Hello, everyone. Welcome to Developing Palates. I'm Aaron Loomis, coming to you from the Ventura Cigar Company studios, and with me, as always, is June Liu. How you doing, June?
Doing good.
So today we are talking about the Crown Heads Las Calaveras Edition Limitada 2017 LC46. Cigar is a Corona Gorda 5.62 inches by 46 ring gauge. Comes out of the My Father factory in Nicaragua. Wrapper is Ecuadorian Habano Maduro, and the binder and filler are both from Nicaragua. Price point is $9.75, and the cigar was released in June of 2017. So with all that out of the way, June, what was your smoking experience like?
It's one of those cigars in which starts medium strength, builds to like a medium full, medium bodied type of a profile. For me, I got a lot of heavy cream, baking spices, like a cardboard paper kind of a note to it. Retrohaling the cigar, pretty substantial amount of spice. Black pepper nuttiness, finished lingering baking spices, a subtle black pepper on the rear palate. Um, and then that kind of a profile kind of morphed into more when they got to the second third, more of like a gritty earthiness. Started getting like a red chili, like red pepper kind of a heat to it. And then it kind of like beefed up or like bolded the flavors a bit more. By the last third of it, medium, it's still that medium full, medium kind of a profile, but I thought it was a bit more spice and heat forward, because that it really allowed that dry red pepper heat and the black pepper to really like get up there and show its powers, I guess, for lack of a better word. And then the other notes of the baking spices, cardboard paper, and the cream, it was still there, but it was definitely like on the secondary flavors. So I really enjoyed the first couple of thirds. Last third, I felt like kind of needed some work.
What was your
Uh,
construction
and
like?
and then construction was perfect. I rated both amazing. Picture perfect burn, ideal amount of draw in terms of resistance and airflow. No complaints.
Yeah, for me, this cigar started with dark wood, cream, black pepper, a little bit of earthiness and light sweetness kind of joined in later. Second third was more dark wood and earthiness with a little bit of black pepper to it. Final third was more of a dry earthiness and wood and a slight sweetness that returned there kind of in the end. Strength was slightly above medium the entire way. Not really much of a transition in regards to strength for that. I had a similar story with you in construction. I mean, burn, slightly wavy the entire way. Didn't cause any issues with the smoking experience. Ash held on through each third, so about 1.75 inches. So not really anything to complain about in regards to that. In regards to the draw, it was perfect. I mean, it had just the right amount of resistance that I like, so I had no complaints in regards to that. So what are your overall thoughts on the cigar?
Thought that this 2007 limited edition showed heavier spice and more of a grittier profile. Not a big surprise for how much of a thicker wrapper and kind of like the Maduro kind of a feel to it. I enjoyed the first couple of thirds. The last third I thought fell apart, became a too spice forward for me. So typically whenever I feel something like this or taste something like this rather, it's better to let it age, and I'll typically be rewarded with age because it'll kind of smooth out that last third and kind of meld better. So I'm thinking on that, and I think something to revisit down the road will be helpful for this cigar.
Yeah, I mean, flavor profile started out, nice mix of flavors. Heading into the second third was really wood and earth dominant. It kind of remained that way through the rest of the way. I mean, I think people that are fans of Las Calaveras still find a somewhat familiar profile here. So they'll probably enjoy this. I found it a bit lacking in complexity and kind of overall flavor enjoyment. But there's previous years of this line that I think I would smoke before I'd grab this at this moment. But like you said, some time might be friendly to this cigar, and then revisiting it, it may really bump it up in regards to how it would score. So I think people that like this line that comes out every year, they're going to go to it anyway. So I don't think it's not like oh, what happened to this year kind of thing. It was, I think it's still in line with some of the previous years and things like that. So it's definitely worthwhile checking out. And, if you're a Crown Heads fan or, you like some of those darker flavors, you can find something you like here. So getting into the scores, I give it a 6 even. You give it a 6.82. How do you think that matched up with your experience?
Matched pretty well. I mean, I rated the overall flavor profile to be good, with the last third being average within that drop. Really good construction. That definitely helps the score. I mean, really good in the sense of its perfect construction.
Yeah.
So upper sixes, pretty in line with how a lot of cigars got rated for me within this past year.
Yeah, my score matches up. I mean, construction definitely helps it out, gives it a little bit of a bump. I scored it good in the first third and then averaged the rest of the way and overall. So, a little bit above average in regards to flavor, but great construction kind of got it right to that level of 6. So, it's definitely, it's a worthwhile cigar, sub $10 price point. So it's not going to break the bank on you. So it's definitely worth a try and see what you think. Any other final thoughts on this cigar?
Last Calaveras is it's a hard line for me because ever since I smoked that very first edition, what is it, 2 years ago, right?
I think so.
I love that blend. I loved it in all the sizes, and ever since then, I've kind of like tried to chase after that. And I know these are all different blends, right? Like, so I'm not trying to compare and contrast any of them. I mean, there isn't much to compare, right? They're all contrasting because they're different blends.
Right.
But I really enjoy that first one, and I hope John makes one that's kind of. I mean, I know it's out there, but like that experience, you know what I mean? Like sometimes it's not about like necessarily the flavors you pick out in a cigar. I think it's just like when you smoke a really good cigar, you're like, oh crap, like that is really special.
Yeah.
And I want to experience that again. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. If you're just catching this video on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to us, but also check out the full written review on the website, developingpalates.com. Be sure to follow us on all the social media channels, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Google+. And you can catch all of our review recaps on podcasts, so iTunes, Google Play, and Podbean. Thank you for tuning in, and we will catch you on the next one.